And good evening for the final time for the Great Western Shootout. Welcome to Abington-Avon High School. I'm Dwayne Hulett, and it is time for the 8th and final game of the day here today at A-Town, as the Great Western Shootout has been a good one. It's the Macomb High Bombers and the A-Town Tornadoes girls teams. That's been the case since the Great Western Shootout has begun, or at least for the last numerous years. The A-Town girls play one game during the Great Western Shootout. I think this is the last year that'll happen, though, because they've got their own Tornado Classic that was last weekend. So I think next year will be 8 boys games on the Great Western Shootout and 8 girls games at the Tornado Classic. So how do we get here today? There's been all kinds of fun stuff. Canton beat Knoxville in the first game of the day. Canton's Lakin Otto was the player of the game in that one. In game number 2, a very close game, maybe closer than a lot of people thought. 48-40, Monmouth Roseville beat Southeastern. The player of the game was Nico Avendano. He had 11 points and led Monrose to the win. He didn't have the most points on the team, but he did have a really good game. Aiden Almager had 13 points as well. Game number 3 had the Macomb High Bombers beat Argenta Oriento by 20 points in the boys' version of the game. Macomb's Dion Doyle was the MVP of that one. Game number 5 had Sherrard in Farmington, which was one of the odder games we've seen all day. 52-33, Sherrard got the win, and it was Holland Anderson as the game's MVP. Game number 5 was a good one. Scales Mounds and Fulton. And that was a game that everybody looked at as going to be a great game, and they weren't wrong. It ended up being 56-46. It was close throughout. And Thomas Hero was the leading scorer and MVP for Scales Mound. He had 27 points to lead all scorers. Now we'll do the starters for tonight's game here that we're getting ready to do. This is Macomb High and A-Town. Kylie Robinson, one of the starters. Kate Stortzum, one of the starters as well. Drew Creasy. She is a starter as well. Haley Emmerich. And Aaliyah Abernathy, number 24, will be a starter as well. So it's pretty much the same starters Macomb has had throughout. Now you're going to hear some freshmen in this group. There's a couple of them. Kennedy Quinn, a freshman, one of the starters. She wore number 1. Emma Gunther, she's a junior. She wears number 11. Caden Quinn, number 14, is a freshman as well. Haley Rading, number 15. 24, Taylor Ford will be the other starter for A-Town tonight. The other 2 players of the game, Illini Bluffs got a big win over Rock Ridge in an anticipated game. It ended up being 15 points. It was really closer than that, but it was all Illini Bluffs in the second half. 18 points to lead the way and get the MVP for Toby Cooper for Illini Bluffs. And then A-Town just beat Payson Seymour 55-44 as we get ready to go here, and it was Dre Anderson with the MVP award. The Tornadoes win the jump, and it's the Tornadoes with the basketball first. These numbers are a little easier to read, but they still aren't real great. Why you don't put green on yellow instead of white on yellow. They have yellow on white, so I guess it makes sense that that's what they would do. Shot off, no good by Quinn, and it's going to be on the floor. Given to Gunther. Redding for 3. It's off, no good. Ball picked up off the floor. No, it's not. Robinson let it slip through her hands. Quinn gets the shot up. It's off, no good. On the floor, Redding and Robinson fighting for it. No, that's Redding and Stortzum fighting for it. Jump ball. It's going to be possession to Macomb. Just underway. First quarter here. 7:19 to go. It's Macomb girls and A-Town girls in the final game of the Great Western Shootout. Thanks for joining us. I want to say hi to all our friends watching at the Sports Corner, 124 Sports Corner at 124 in Macomb. A three on the way. Nailed it. A Sports Corner three for Kylie Robinson, and the Bombers lead 3-0. It's like on cue there as the Bombers get the three. There's a two on the way by Haley Redding. I always like seeing my ties to my BPC days. Chad Redding's hooked up to Haley Redding, if you're wondering where the Redding name is tied to. And then Creasy is Rob Creasy's daughter, Drew Creasy from Macomb. So there's ties to BPC for me, of kids that were in school when I was in school, with parents of kids playing now. 6:25 to go here in the first quarter. Robinson has it. Bombers lead by 3. There's a 2 points didn't show up for the Tornadoes. We'll see if we can get it to show up. There it did. And a turnover, and the Tornadoes will take it back the other way. Chance to take the lead here. Quinn, what a crossover. Throw it up and off, but she'll get 2 free throws. Aaliyah Abernathy, I believe, is going to get the foul. It is her first, team's first for the Bombers. 2 free throws coming for the freshman, number 1, Kennedy Quinn. First free throw short, barely got rim. 6:05 to go here in the first quarter. Both free throws off. Quinn of the Caden variety had the rebound, and she got fouled and threw it away, but they're going to talk about it. It's going to be Bomber basketball, or are they going to? That is going to be Bomber basketball. If you're not going to call the foul, it was Quinn that threw it away. 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter, exactly. Clock starts now after the inbounds play. So the Bombers and the Tornadoes both won their boys basketball game. So this is a rub match of sorts between these two schools today. As the winner of this game, their school gets 2 wins today. The loser goes 1-2, or goes 1-1. Abernathy drives, bounces across. Robinson, jumper, good. She's got all 5 of the Bombers' points, and they lead by 3, 5-2. Full court pressure. Now Gunther pushes it up the floor. She's going to go across. Redding for 3. She hits the triple, and it's tied at 5. Haley Redding, the juniors, played as a varsity player pretty much since her freshman year, and they've got a couple freshmen that are going to do the same. They're only going to get better here in the next year or two, are the Tornadoes of A-Town High School. Abington Avon. Great Western Shootout. Again, another successful day. Good basketball. A couple blowouts. Like I said, that Sherrard-Farmington game today, just a little odd. At 52-33, Farmington just never found any kind of rhythm. They just could not get anything going. Emmerich puts up the shot. It's blocked by Kennedy Quinn, and now back the other way. It's going to come across to no, that is not Redding. That is Caden Quinn, who loses it on the missed shot, and Robinson pushes it back the other way. Down at corner to Drew Creasy. Creasy drives to the basket. Dumps it out to Emmerich. Out top to Robinson. They reset as we approach the halfway point of quarter number 1. Saved in. Gunther. It's going to be picked up by Robinson, and the Bombers. Gunther knocked it away, saved it back in, and somehow Robinson came up with it. 3:54 to go. It's still 5-5. Robinson wants another 2. She can't get that one to fall. Kennedy Quinn dribbles it off her foot out of bounds. It'll stay on the Bombers' end. Bomber basketball. 3:48 remaining. Just one foul been called so far in this quarter. 3:48 remains. That was on Aaliyah Abernathy. Robinson steps back. Resets the offense for the Bombers. A couple picks each way. She's going to drive, go right to the hoop. Nobody stops ball, and Bombers lead by 2. Or should I say Kylie Robinson leads by 2. She's got all 7. Well, for that matter, Haley Redding's got all 5 for A-Town as well. So it's a 2-person game right now, playing a little one-on-one with 4 other people on each team, just kind of out there taking up space. I'm just kidding. But these two players playing good here early in this one. Kennedy Quinn, who's taken a few drives to the basket, hasn't gotten anything to fall. She missed a couple free throws. 3 on the way is off, no good. Rebound by Drew Creasy as Robinson hits the deck. 3:12 remaining as Creasy's going to try and drive, and a foul is going to be called on Kennedy Quinn. The freshman's going to get her first, team's first of the quarter. Out of bounds. Bomber basketball. Stortzum looks like she's going to be the one to inbound now. Robinson has it, setting up the offense. Working on 3 minutes remaining here. Drew Creasy with it at the 3 minutes mark now. 3 minutes remain here in quarter number 1. Stortzum over to Robinson. Robinson's going to try another 3. She doesn't get it, man. That was in and out. That was way down there. Kennedy Quinn with the rebound. She pushes it back the other way now. Crossover, pull up, free throw line jumper short, and it's going to be out of bounds. It'll go to the Bombers. Good hustle. Looks like Haley Redding down there trying to save that in. No, that was not Haley Redding. It was number 21, Avery Stiegel, trying to save that one in. Couldn't get the job done, but it'll be Bomber basketball. Cross to Emmerich it comes. Down to Stortzum. Live chat's open. Hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. We love to see that in these contests. Maybe have a little conversation with you as well as we work through the final of 8 games today. I want to thank Wyatt Reed for calling a couple of them early. Alyssa doing all her fine work on the camera today. Emmerich drive, pull up, right side. Aaliyah Abernathy pump fake. Dumps it back out to Creasy across to Stortzum. 2:10 remains here in the first quarter. Bombers have had the basketball for quite some time on this possession, trying to find a good look at the basket. 2 minutes remaining. Aaliyah Abernathy. Don't forget, we'll be at Sports Corner at 1:24 tomorrow night. Robinson drives, puts the shot up. She's going to be fouled by Kennedy Quinn, who's going to pick up her second foul. Foul number 2 on Quinn, foul number 2 on the Tornadoes. And it's 2 free throws coming for Kylie Robinson. She's got all 7 of the Bombers' points to this point. 1:52 left. She hits the first free throw. Taylor Ford checking back in. Caden Quinn takes a seat for the Tornadoes. In for the Bombers for the first time is going to be number 23, Kennedy Allensworth. She'll replace Aaliyah Abernathy. Robinson to shoot the second free throw here. It's good. She's getting a little bit of everything here in quarter number 1. She's got a 3, a couple 2s, and 2 free throws. She needs another 3-pointer, and she could have 3 pairs. 1:40 remains. Dumps out. Shot up. Off, no good. Foul coming on the Bombers. It'll be their first. Fouls on number 23, Kennedy Allensworth, her first. Foul number 2. Redding at the free throw line, hits the first. Haley Redding has all 6 of her team's points. It's 9-6. She hits them both. .133 left here in the first quarter. It's 9-7 Macomb. Taylor Ford throws Kennedy Allensworth across the floor a little bit. Jump ball, possession to A-Town. 1:19 remaining. First quarter. Bombers set up the full court pressure. Drew Creasy is going to guard the ball. It's going to get inbounded to Gunther, and it'll be walked up by Kennedy Quinn. She's got 2 fouls, both of the fouls actually here in the quarter for the A-Town Tornadoes. Quinn with it. Look down to Redding. She's going to spin, put up the shot. It's off, no good. Rebound back underneath, off, no good. That was Stiegel with the rebound and the putback attempt. Couldn't get it to fall. It's 9-7, and still A timeout's going to be called by Macomb. It's a 30-second timeout. This game being brought to you by the Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to the Community News Brief Weekly Edition. Actually, it's a bi-weekly now, every 2 weeks, or every 2 times a week it is. Mailed directly to your home every week. You can also get editions emailed to you of their news brief. Still do one of those a week, I do believe, as well. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, and, of course, Macomb. It will be Bomber basketball with 41.6 seconds left here in the first quarter. Game also being brought to you by Pond Plus, proud to have served Macomb, as Kennedy Allensworth has it, and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pond Plus, as Allensworth has it, knocked away. And Ford gave a little shoulder check to Allensworth. Those two have a little something going on, and now a big pick on Drew Creasy. A 3 on the way by Kennedy Quinn. Robinson, 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Storts him for 3, off no good. Ball will be picked up by Ford. And that's going to how the quarter number 1 ends, 9-7. The Bombers lead the Tornadoes. We'll be back in about 30 seconds.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back to Abington Avon High School. Great Western Shootout, game 8 of 8 on the court right now. The only girls' game of the tournament, or the shootout, and it's the Bombers and the Tornadoes. 9-7. Kylie Robinson leads Haley Redding here early. And this one as we head to the second quarter. It'll be Macomb basketball. Couple jump balls there in quarter number 1. Kennedy Quinn had missed 2 free throws, or she would have been on the scoreboard. Drew Creasy looks down to Allensworth. It might have been kicked. Stolen away by Ford, and back the other way it goes on Quinn. Driving and tons of contact. On the floor, I believe the foul will be. Foul's going to be on Kennedy Allensworth. Her second. Team's first. And ball turned over. 7:30 to go in the first half. Robinson with it. Stortsom. Jordan Hines, who's in the game, has it there. They skip it across to Creasy. Now it's going to be saved. Must have said she stepped across before she grabbed it. I thought she saved it, but official says no, so it's a turnover. And sub coming in, Aaliyah Abernathy coming back in. Kennedy Allensworth's going to take a seat with 2 fouls. Bombers have 3 fouls as a team. 2 of them belong to Kennedy Allensworth. Her and Taylor Ford have had quite the little runaround going on so far tonight. Gunther with it for A-Town. She goes down to Redding. Redding can't finish. Stortsom. Foul's going to be on Haley Redding. It'll be her first, team's first. Both teams have 1 foul here in the second quarter, just over a minute in it. 6:55 remaining in the first half. Abernathy Down to Hines from Robinson, out to Abernathy. She's triple teamed, out to Robinson. She looks at the three, doesn't take it. Her ball stolen away on the pass attempt. Kennedy Quinn puts the shot up and in, and the first player not named Robinson or Redding to score in the game is Kennedy Quinn. And it's 9-9 here in the second quarter. Drew Creasy with it. She's double teamed down in the corner. Gets it out to Stortsom. Stortsom now brings it back out top. She's going to try and drive, tipped away. Taylor Ford comes up with it. It was Quinn who knocked it away. Ford gets it back and then throws it away, looking for Haley Redding. 6:11 to go. Haley Emmerich checks back in for the Bombers, and a sub coming in is number 21, Avery Stiegel, checking back in for the Commandos. Taylor Ford checks out. Leah Abernathy to Creasy to Robinson. Emmerich hooked down to Hines, and it was too predictable. A little late on the pass. Quinn goes down court. Oh, what a pass from Stiegel to Caden Quinn. And the Tornadoes lead by 2, 11-9. That was a great pass, both down court and across the lane. Again, looking into Hines, and it's again knocked away. Gunther has it, and she's going to bring it up the floor, picked up by Hines, and she throws it way too hard off of Quinn, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay at this end of the floor with the Bombers. And she threw that like it was a rocket. Taylor Ford checking back in for the Tornadoes. Robinson picks up her dribble, goes across to Hines. Hines comes to Emmerich. A long two is good for Haley Emmerich, and we're tied at 11. Step back, Quinn, shot off, no good. Out to Gunther, long two for Gunther, good. Emma Gunther gets her next two, her first two of the night. And it's 13-11. Tornadoes with the lead. Creasy, Emmerich, kicked out of bounds by Gunther. It'll stay with the Bombers. Haytown has not led in this game. They've tied it at 5-11. Actually, they did lead. And a steal and a foul. Caden Quinn got the steal. Robinson's going to get the foul for Macomb, her first, team second of the quarter. 4:34 remaining in the first half. It's 13-11. Sub coming in, Haley Redding checking back in. Avery Stiegel's going to take a seat. Again, 4:34 to go in the first half. Madam McClure checking in for the Bombers, number 32. Quinn has it. Kennedy Quinn goes, and that's going to be a charge. It is. That's what I thought. Emmerich draws the charge. Kennedy Quinn's going to pick up her third foul. That's the third foul on Kennedy Quinn, the freshman. With 4:25 to go, picks up her third foul. She's out of the game is Kennedy Quinn now for the first time. Robinson for three, good. A sports corner three for Kylie Robinson. She's got 12. And the Bombers retake the lead. 14-13. Jordan Hines gets the bucket there. Foul called on Macomb. Might be on Hines or Creasy. We'll see. It's going to be on Jordan Hines, her first. Team's third. Redding puts the shot up. She's going to be fouled by Haley Emmerich. Haley Emmerich's going to pick up her first. Team foul number 4 on the Bombers. Redding's free throw off, no good on the first one. She's now 2 for 3. 3:41 to go in the first half, and the Tornadoes will be in the bonus the rest of the way here. Second one is good. For some reason, the Bomber basket I put up earlier didn't go up. It is 16-14. There it is. Maddie McClure gets the bucket. Timeout on the floor is going to be charged to A-Town, a 30-second timeout. Both teams have called one 30-second timeout now with 3:22 remaining in the first half. Getting a little chippy out there, I would say. This game being brought to you, as I was trying to say earlier, by Pond Plus. Pond Plus is proud to have served Macomb and the surrounding area for over 20 years, providing cash for most items of value. Pond Plus is the area's largest seller of used items, including firearms. They also provide on-site jewelry repair and are open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. They have a great selection of jewelry, electronics, tools, and video games located at 324 West Jackson Street in Macomb between Erico and Taco Bell. And Sports Corner at 124. I want to say hey to everybody watching at Sports Corner at 124 tonight. Macomb's original local sports bar. Sports Corner at 124. We've got the big reveal show for the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament there tomorrow. Should be a lot of fun. That starts at 5 o'clock live. You can come in, hang out, get you a cold beverage, maybe eat you some great food. Quinn with it. Jumper off, no good. Hines with the rebound for the Bombers, and she gets it to Robinson, who nearly lost it off her leg. 3:05 to go. Bombers lead 18-14. Hines to Emmerich. Long two. Off. No good. Hines with the rebound. She gets it out to Robinson. Robinson pump fake left. Drives left. Now gives it to Hines. Hines to McClure. McClure's jumper. Off. No good. Rebound to the Tornadoes, and back the other way it goes. Gunther brings it up the floor. She goes to Redding for three. It's off, no good. And a foul is going to be charged. Number 14, Caden Quinn, is going to pick up the foul, her first. Team's third with 2:30 remaining here in the second quarter. Robinson with it. Tips. Creasy comes down with it. Back to Kylie Robinson. Creasy looks into McClure. McClure can't hold on to it. Avery Stiegel comes up with it. It's going to come near side Gunther. Gunther's going to drive, goes out. And a foul is going to be called on Kylie Robinson. It'll be her second. That's team foul number 5. There should be 5 fouls and free throws coming for the Tornadoes. I believe it's going to be Emma Gunther shooting the free throws. So Emma Gunther has 2 points here in the quarter. Chance to make a couple more from the free throw line with 2:02 remaining. First one is good. Kate Stortzum replaces Kylie Robinson for Macomb as Robinson sits down with 2 fouls. Second free throw for Gunther is good as well. Back to a 2-point game, 18-16, 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Haley Emmerich with it. Right side, Drew Creasy. She looks at the three, doesn't take it. Now the pass is going to be knocked away. Emmerich tracks it down before it goes out of bounds, though, and it's going to be Creasy over to Stortzum. And Creasy can't catch the ball, and it's going to be over and back. No, it's going to be touched first by Quinn, who's going to give it to Gunther, who's going to go across to forward or try to. And it's knocked out of bounds by Emmerich, is what the official says. If Macomb faithful don't like that, as we look back at the replay, I missed it there. It might have been as much of a, I'm not going to call a foul, I'm just going to call it off of her kind of deal right there. McClure guarding the inbounds. Shot up, off, no good, but the foul's called. Avery Stiegel's going to go to the free throw line. I think it's going to be on Haley Emmerich. It is going to be Emmerich's second foul. Avery Stiegel shooting 2 now. First one is good. 17-18. Anna Servin checking in for A-Town. Leah Abernathy checking in for the Bombers. 1:37 to go in the first half. It's 18-17. A chance to tie it up for Avery Stiegel from the free throw line, and she does. It's 18-18. Hines with it. Hop in the live chat. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for, as there's the steal. Going to go back the other way with it now. Caden Quinn. Stortzum comes to steal it away from behind. It's tipped away. Anna Servin comes up with it. 3 on the way by Taylor Ford, off no good. Tipped around off the face of Drew Creasy, unfortunately. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Aaliyah Abernathy out into the hallway. Avery Stiegel went to get it. 1:05 remaining in the first half. Haley Redding checks back in. Going to get it in to Gunther. It comes to Caden Quinn. Trying to get it to Haley Redding down on the post, and Maddie McClure is going to reach around and pick up the foul. That'll be her first. A couple free throws coming for Haley Redding now. Haley is 3 for 4 from the free throw line. She's got 8 points. And chance to retake the lead for the Tornadoes. First one is good. 57.1 seconds remaining. 3 lead changes, 3 ties. Second one's good as well. It's 20-18. A-Town with the lead. 47 seconds remaining. Aaliyah Abernathy. Drew Creasy. McClure has it knocked away. Caden Quinn comes up with it. She's going to try to push it back the other way. And a foul's going to be called. And one of the worst spots to get it in the backcourt. Foul's going to be on Aaliyah Abernathy. That'll be her second. 2 more free throws, this time for Caden Quinn. She has not shot any yet. This will be the 11th and 12th free throw shot here in the first half. First one is good. They're 10 of 11. Make it 11 of 12 from the free throw line. And they lead by 4. Bombers have shot 2 free throws. Kylie Robinson hit them both. Caden Quinn wanted to get in the passing lane, couldn't get there. Bombers couldn't really take advantage of it, though. Stortzum now loses the ball on the floor. Jump ball, possession to A-Town with 20.2 seconds left. Haley Redding checking back in. Anna Servin taking a seat for the Tornadoes. 20.2 seconds left in the first half. Out to Caden Quinn it goes. She's going to push it down the middle of the floor. Pull up. gives it to Ford, left side. Gunther drives, dumps it down to Redding. No, that's Stiegel over there, excuse me. Now it's going to be Quinn. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Foul called on the Bombers. It's going to be on Jordan Hines. It'll be her second. Caden Quinn at the free throw line again. 2.6 seconds remaining. First free throw is good. Second free throw coming. It's good as well. Hits them both. Should be 24-18. That's what the scoreboard says now. Loft up. It looked like it was close. Stortsam's baseball pass, no good. At the end of 2 quarters of play, the Tornadoes lead the Bombers 24-18. We'll take a break and be back in just a little bit here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
As you know, MDH is our title sponsor here on TSSR Game Time Live, and we're here with Lindsay Douglas, the Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment. I about left out provider out of that. So physician and provider recruitment here at MDH. It's a huge mouthful for me, so explain to us what that is.
Sure. So I am in charge of bringing in candidates for both physician and provider positions here at MDH. So provider meaning anything like nurse practitioner, advanced practice nurse practitioner, physician assistant, things like that. So I source those candidates, bring them in, and try to find the best providers and physicians to provide care at our facility.
So you found a home at MDH. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? How long have you been here? Stuff
Sure.
like that.
So I am from Macomb originally. I graduated from Macomb High in 2009, graduated from WIU in 2014, studied communication there, and started my career in politics and worked for a couple different state representatives and state senators. Then found myself in the educational realm for a little while at the Regional Office of Education, and eventually found myself here at MDH. I started here in February of this past year. I started out as patient advocate, and this role opened up, and I'm now in the role of Director of Physician and Provider Recruitment.
Obviously, McDonough District Hospital, very important to Macomb.
Sure.
And it's the communities not only of Macomb, but Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, Industry. You're from here. So what was it that drew you back here and got you to stay here at MDH?
So MDH is like home to me. I am a 4th generation MDH employee. So my great grandma Nancy Weaver was one of the first nurses that they hired when the hospital opened in 1958. My grandma started working here maybe 10 to 15 years after that. She started as a CNA on acute care, and then she worked in peds, and eventually she worked as the unit secretary for home health and hospice, and she retired from that position after being at MDH for a total of 50 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah. My mom is here as an administrative secretary. She's Brian's administrative assistant. And so I'm now here as a 4th generation employee of the hospital. So it was kind of a thing where I always thought I might end up at MDH just because of that family legacy of working in healthcare.
So before we came on camera, I heard a story. You guys were at a speaker recently, and you got to be there with your mom.
Yeah.
Does that make it really special to be a part of MDH, to still have your mom working here?
It's so cool. My mom is down the hall from me. So if I need something in the middle of the day, I can run down the hall and grab her. But it's also just cool to think about like the legacy that leaves in the community, especially being 4th generation and female. I think that's just a really special thing for my family and for this community here.
So as we look at those kind of, you have a personal connection here. How do you use those personal connections when you're out trying to recruit a physician or a provider?
Sure. So I use the story a lot of my office, actually. So I'm in room 318, which was a room for patients at one time, and now they've converted it into an office space. And one of my favorite stories to tell physicians is that my great grandma was sick in the hospital and was in that room, and that's where my grandma was recruited to join MDH. So my grandma had no plans of working in healthcare, but she was taking care of her mom as a sick patient, and the nurse at the time came to her and was like, "You are such a great caretaker. Why are you not a nurse? Why are you not doing this as your full-time occupation?" And so my grandma decided that healthcare would be her lifetime and like 50 years. And so she started working for MDH and was recruited right out of my office. So I just find that to be a really special connection when I'm looking to bring people to this community. Like, the recruitment started in this office 50 years ago, and here I am starting a whole new legacy of recruiting people. And I just am so passionate about this community, and I just love living here. I moved back here from Quincy, chose to raise our family here just because we really love Macomb, and we really love being in McDonough County.
So obviously the personal touch, you got the great personal story, you love Macomb. What does MDH offer to the providers and the physicians? What's the sales point for you on the professional level?
So because we're a small rural healthcare organization, your voice is heard here much louder than when you're in a large organization. So when you're in one of those larger hospital systems, you might be one of 15 to 20 providers in a specialty. At MDH, you might be one of two, you might be one of one. And so your voice in that medical staff office is going to be the loudest one in the room about your specialty. And that's a really unique situation for a physician to be, the main voice for speaking for pediatrics or for speaking for orthopedics or whatever that specialty is. You're it. You're the guy. You're the one providing the care for the whole community. And you don't get that if you go to a large healthcare organization.
So those bonuses are probably obstacles in some cases as well.
Sure.
So how do you overcome those obstacles?
It really depends on the provider. If someone is really wanting to be in a place where they're just in the background, they don't want to be that main voice, I kind of have to tell them, this is unique. It's a unique community where you're going to go out into Walmart to get your groceries and run into one of your patients, and you're not going to find that everywhere. And that might be scary for you, thinking about, well, I don't want to mess somebody's care up and then run into them and have to explain it to all of Walmart. But it's just, you can also sell that as you're not going to go to Chicago and work somewhere where you're going to run into your patients every day.
Well, Lindsay, I appreciate you coming and talking to us today. Hopefully some people can understand more about MDH and how it's such a family-oriented business and so important to McDonough County and the surrounding area. Keep doing a good job, and maybe your little girl that wanted that 100 chicken nuggets can be the next generation to join MDH.
Exactly.
Well, we'll be back after halftime here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
And welcome back here to the Great Western Shootout at Abington Avon High School. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us. Watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Don't forget, live Macomb Western Holiday Tournament reveal is tomorrow at 5 o'clock at Sports Corner at 124. Or some of the teams, a lot of the teams are in this shootout today. It's been a good one here today at Abington Avon High School. Looking at some stats as we prepare for the third quarter. 10 points to lead the Tornadoes for Haley Redding. She's 5 of 6 from the free throw line. She's got a 3 and a 2 as well. 6 points for Caden Quinn, 4 points for Emma Gunther, 2 points for Avery Stiegel, and 2 points for Kennedy Quinn. The Tornadoes, 13 of 16 from the free throw line in the first half. They lead by 6, so do the math. 2 of 2 from the free throw line for the Bombers. They shot just 2 free throws the entire first half of play. For the Bombers, they're led by Kylie Robinson's 12 points. She's got a couple threes, a couple twos, and a couple free throws. And 2 points for Jordan Hines, 2 points for Haley Emmerich, and 2 points for Maddie McClure. And that's the scoring for the Bombers as we get ready to start and are underway here in the second half. Third quarter action. Bombers start with the basketball. Drew Creasy kicks it around, tries to get it to Emmerich, and Emmerich thought it was touched. It went out of bounds. She couldn't really get to it very easily, let it go, but it was not touched. Kennedy Quinn, who's back in the game for the Tornadoes, had 3 fouls in the first half. She sat down with 4:25 to go in the third quarter, and the Tornadoes actually retook the lead and pulled away after she left the game. Not per normal for her, but she missed the shot there. She missed her 2 free throws in the first half. She's the only player that shot free throws in the game that didn't make at least one of the 2 free throws. Caden Quinn knocked that pass away, intended from Stortzum to Robinson. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bombers. 7:23 to go here in the third quarter. Abernathy out to Drew Creasy. Stortzum back to Creasy. Creasy's going to try the 3. It's off, no good. Knocked out of bounds by Abernathy. It'll be Tornadoes basketball. 7:06 left in the third quarter. There's Caden Quinn with it. Haley Redding hits another 3. She's got 13 points in the game. And it's up to a 9-point advantage for the Tornadoes. And a foul. That might be on Kennedy Quinn. It is on Kennedy Quinn. She gets her 4th. And she's going to have to come out of the game. Her 4th comes at the 6:44 mark of the third quarter. And she'll sit down again. Get our next visitor to call a little color commentary with me and talk about the tournament today. Reed Kelso, the AD, and there's a travel called on Kylie Robinson. I was waiting to see what that call was for sure, if it was a foul or a travel. 6:37 to go to be Tornadoes basketball, and Tornadoes putting together a pretty good game here, Reed.
Yeah, we are. We've had a little foul trouble, but I'm impressed where we're at.
Kennedy Quinn's had foul trouble. Nobody else has, really. She's got 4. Nobody else has more than 1 for your team. Actually, there's only 2 other players that even have 1.
Yeah,
It's kind of, I think we might have talked about this before, but it seems like that once you get a foul, you're going to get 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, I don't.
Have you ever noticed that? It seems like this year it sticks out more than normal.
Well, it might be something to do with the fouls, but yeah, I mean.
And speaking of that, there's Stortzum picking up a foul.
Yeah, it's never good to have your point guard in foul trouble.
No, not at all. Stortzum gets her first.
But, it's been a good tournament, really smooth so far. So.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we're ahead of schedule.
Great thing.
And I was giving you a hard time at the end of the first game because we were already 8 minutes late after the first game.
I'm aware.
And did they tell you I was giving you a hard time?
No,
or you just knew you were behind?
I checked the schedule religiously.
Drew Creasy gets the layup to fall. That's a good take for Drew Creasy. She gets her first 2. And a foul's going to be called on Haley Emmerich, I do believe. It'll be a Bomber foul. We'll wait for official confirmation. It is on Haley Emmerich, her 3rd. And it'll be Tornadoes basketball. So last year that the girls will be playing at the Great Western Shootout.
This is the last girls game for the Great Western Shootout.
And Gunther's going to lose it out of bounds. It'll go back to the Bombers. So do you have any big news for next year?
For the boys or the girls?
Yes.
I mean, I got some teams coming next year.
Well, somebody already told me that you told somebody. So if you told somebody else on air, then I ought to get to be told on air too.
I'll just say this. I got there 2 top 5 teams coming from 1A and 2A that aren't here this year.
And girls or boys?
Boys. Girls, I have a lot of good teams coming.
You are
the girls is going to be better next year than it was this year.
you know,
It's saying something.
it was pretty good. Man, be a runner put up and in by Haley Redding.
We need her to score. With Kennedy on the bench, I think they both are average around 20 points a game. So
She's at 15 right now with 5:19 to go in the third quarter. It's 29-20. Still a 9-point lead. It's largest lead. It's matched here. And, you know, they were 13 of 16, the Tornadoes were, as it's knocked out of bounds. They'll stay with the Bombers. 13 of 16 from the free throw line in the first half.
Wow, that's good. You know, that's amazing. Nowadays, usually teams are, 50%, 55?
Yeah. Everybody all day almost has been that.
It's good rims, man. Good rims. Broken in here.
3 on the way.
Good
Good by Kylie Robinson. She's got her third 3 of the game.
Oh, come on, Haley.
Stortzum tries to respond with a 3, and she can't do it. And Drew Creasy went over the back of Gunther.
Not a foul.
And a lot of contact there, and then they threw it away. Stiegel. There's bodies flopping everywhere.
Scrum.
What are we going to call here?
Well, I have a feeling they're going to call it.
A block on Emmerich? They are. Yep, that's what I expected the call to be. That's her 4th.
You know, we got one, they got one in forward foul trouble.
Yeah, that's true. Haley Emmerich's going to have to probably take a seat with 4:38 to go, and it's kind of went chaotic here. A-Town's going to take another timeout. That'll be their second timeout. They'll have 3 remaining. Tournaments ran good today.
Yes, it ran really smooth.
You had some good games, and you and I talked.
Yeah, we talked. You know, the game, you're right. The game, there was no really close down to the wire last second game, but a lot of the game's been really competitive, I feel, through midway through the fourth quarter, and free throws kind of pulled some stuff away.
Yeah, you know, we talked before, and that's what we were talking about. They were close games. Tanner Scott says, my guess is Manual and Peoria Notre Dame will be in the tourney next year.
They could be. They could very possibly be.
Yeah, I might have heard that somewhere too.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
We will see.
And that boys or girls? They were already here for girls.
They were already here for girls.
Peoria Notre Dame was, so that has to be for boys.
It's for boys.
Yeah, there you go. Why is it you're not giving me the scoop? What? I've been here all day, Kelso.
I didn't say it on the TV. I was just saying it in passing to people.
Oh, is that what it was?
I don't know. I'm superstitious, but we're gonna get another good lineup this next year.
Stiegel, can't finish. But this is becoming the 2 games that I thought that everybody looked at to be good games in this Great Western Shootout turned out to be pretty good games.
Scales Mound and Fulton and Rock Ridge and Bluffs. Yeah, they were Scales Mound's so impressive to watch.
Yes, they are. But I thought they were both good games. Whereas last week we thought the Camp Point Central and the Peoria Notre Dame game would be really good, and it turned out to kind of be a snoozer. But this one was the good games were good games.
Yes, absolutely. And you know what?
Jordan Hines misses, but then a shot put up and in by Stortzum.
I think Peoria Notre Dame's going to be playing for a state title this year for girls. So I'm not surprised that game got a little out of hand.
Now this one's getting a little out of hand, and the youngness of A-Town as Allensworth was just harassing Ford. Ford and Allensworth have been going at it. If there's a fight in this game, it's going to be Kennedy Allison and Taylor.
I can see
Allensworth and Taylor Ford. I'm telling you.
Taylor's feisty for us. She's not going to back down. She's not the tallest, biggest girl, but she'll fight.
And they have been pushing and wrestling with each other and shoving each other. She just smacked Allensworth's hand away from her. Allensworth down low.
You know, sometimes I think the girls' games are more physical than the boys' games.
Outlet to Gunther. Hey, these numbers are not a whole lot better. Why don't they put green on yellow?
Did you like the green on yellow for the boys, though?
Yes, I did.
Those were nice.
Yes. And a foul going to be called on Stortzum. It'll be her second.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, since it's a shootout, we can wear yellow, so we decided a good time. And They're bright, I'll tell you that.
They are bright. I like the color a lot, to be honest with you. I just wish they had the green numbers on instead of the white.
Well, I'll tell Coach Dugan. I think he did both jerseys, so we'll tell
The
him.
green was a lot better as far as being able to read.
Yes, absolutely.
And as we or bigger, or a bigger border, a bigger green border would have been okay too.
Yeah, well, there's rules now. I think we're going to have to phase these out. I don't know if you can have the 2 colors for the numbers anymore. You know, for football, you can only have 1 color now.
And a
Timeout.
timeout charged to the Bombers. It's a full timeout. And both teams will be down to 3 timeouts now as the Bombers take a timeout. So as you look through the 2 weekends, how happy are you with how they went?
Really happy. I don't, knock on wood, we haven't had any hiccups. We've been ahead of schedule. All the teams, you know, everything went really smoothly. I got to give a lot of credit to my workers. Everybody's helped me out. There's a lot of people that helped me out put this on, but it's been really smooth. You know, I was a little worried about doing back-to-back weekends, but yeah, I mean, I think it's really well, and everybody I talk to seems like it's gone pretty well.
And I feel like that this is the third one we've done.
Probably third one.
Third one. I feel like it's getting better and better every year.
Yeah, you know, the first few years, you know, you try to work out the kinks and everything, and I think I got a pretty good system now for running these shootouts. So, yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, but you know what? It's worth it. The kids have a great time. Yeah, you know, all the kids that come down, so we get to see a lot of teams. That it's just an enjoyable 2 Saturdays.
And you got some really good basketball teams here.
Yeah.
Today especially.
Yeah.
The game that surprised me the most, I don't know, you don't get to watch a ton, and I know that, but it'd be Bomber basketball after the timeout, was the Sherrard-Farmington game.
I would agree. Sherrard was a lot better than I thought they were going to be.
It was a snooze fest.
Yeah, I was really impressed with how Sherrard played. They're really long, young. They're going to be a tough handle in that sectional.
Yeah, Farmington never got anything going at all.
Yeah, I don't know if Farmington just, you know, it was an earlier game, wasn't ready. I don't know if Sherrard jumped out on them. But, yeah, just
Gunther's going to get a foul there.
You know, we don't have a lot of fouls except for one person.
No, you don't. 4 for Kennedy Quinn, and everybody else that has one, and that's only 3.
And I would assume we won't see her till the 4th quarter.
Probably not.
And I would assume the Allensworth girl from Macomb. Is it Allens? Who's got 4 fouls?
Haley Emmerich.
The Emmerich girl probably not till the 4th quarter.
But they've got 5 other players with 2. Now Jordan Hines' pass is stolen away. Redding has it. It's going to go over to Taylor Ford, I believe that is over there. Caden Quinn with it.
Yeah, I know we're really young out there right now. We got
Stiegel to Redding's pass knocked away. 1:58 remaining. Stortzum for 3. It's off, no good. Robinson with the rebound and the putback. Kylie Robinson's got 5, and it's a 2-point game, 29-27. Gunther across, 1:38 remaining. Oh.
I just think she tripped there.
Yeah, she did trip. I thought she twisted an ankle at first. Caden Quinn for 3. No good. I thought it was good. Just skimmed the far side of the rim.
I was hoping it was good. There you go, Haley.
Haley Redding for 3. She wants another one. Can't get it to fall. Allensworth, they're going to call a foul on Stiegel, I think, and Allensworth took a tumble.
It's probably a good call there.
Yeah, it probably is.
They're all going for the ball.
Avery Stiegel picks up the foul. That'll be her first. Team's 3rd.
Yeah, and we've had pretty good crowds today. Like, I thought the IB Rock Ridge game was a really good crowd. I thought Monmouth and Southeastern this morning was a really good crowd.
Southeastern's a surprising team. I think everybody thought they wouldn't be very good because they lost Danny Stevens, and they play a very good team-oriented game.
Yes. They all know what to do. They know their role, which is huge. But, like, Scales Mountain, those guys, I don't know if they made a bad pass all day.
No, they take good care of the basketball. Kennedy Quinn's back in here with 1:12 to go in the 3rd quarter. Dugan's feeling like he's got to get something going here, apparently.
I would imagine it should be an offense-defense kind of substitution here going into the 4th a little bit.
Kennedy Quinn on the dribble. Back to Quinn. She's going to try a 3 off the bench. Looks good, is good. That's her 2nd bucket of the game. She came back in with about 1:30 left and gets a bucket right off the bat. They play good defense here, though. Get your hands off. Allensworth shots off, no good.
Jump ball.
Possession to A-Town.
I feel like there's been a lot of jump balls today.
I must have missed a jump ball. Possession to Macomb. Sub coming in. Taylor Ford there's your offensive defensive substitutions you were talking about.
Yeah.
She got awful handsy down there as it was, right? When they know your number as well, they've known it today. Drew Creasy for three. It's off, no good.
It's set up well.
Players getting thrown around all over the place down there. Taylor Ford. Hines puts a shot up, off, no good. Redding with the rebound and brings it back. She gives it off to Ford. Ford on dribble now, gives it back to Redding. 32 seconds remaining. Caden Quinn gives it off to Stiegel. Stiegel clears a little room, puts the shot up. She's fouled. It won't go, but she'll get 2 free throws.
She cleared some room there. I'll give her that.
She did clear some room.
She threw that hip right into that girl.
Fouls on number 23, Kennedy Allensworth. She's got 3 now. Team's 5th, 24.9 seconds left. Avery Stiegel, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 3 for 3.
This is good preparation for after the holiday tournament for you, just getting you loose.
Yeah. 16 games in 8 days. Well, not counting what I did last week, but then I got 20. We got 26. You know, the thing is, I got a lot of people want to help during that, so I won't have to call all those games. She hits them both.
Just the good ones, right? The good ones.
I don't care if I call any. I think I might do sideline reporting so that I can be free for other stuff.
You know what? I enjoy going down there and not having any responsibility. Just get to watch the game and hang out.
That's kind of where I'm at. We'll see what we do. Oh,
good play. That was a good pass.
Hines gets it tipped away. Robinson comes up with it. 7 seconds. Throws it to Hines. Hines shot up and off. No good. Caden Quinn with the rebound.
Probably it.
Boy, that could have been a foul. It was heaved.
You rarely see that call.
Yeah, I know, but Ford wanted it too. As this third quarter comes to an end, 34-27. 17 for Kylie Robinson. 15 for Haley Redding. 5 and 0 of 2 from the free throw line for Kennedy Quinn. 4 and 2 of 2 from the free throw line for Emma Gunther. 6 and 4 for 4 from the free throw line for Caden Quinn. 4 and 4 from 4 from the free throw line. And 5 of 6 from the free throw line for Haley Redding. 4 for 4 from the free throw line for Avery Stiegel. 10, 14, 16, 18, 9, 13, 15 of 18.
That's huge right now.
And they lead by
7.
Bombers, no free throws in the third quarter either. They are still 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Lead by 7, and you've made 13 more free throws than the other team.
Home court advantage.
Is that what it is?
That's what I'm calling it.
I need to have some home court if that's what home court advantage is. I played some basketball games in my career, and I never had that kind of home court advantage.
That's good. You know, you talk to the officials. You got to do what you got to do. But no, you know, this has been a rough game anyway. These girls are playing aggressive, and it's been a good game so far.
And the fourth quarter is underway. 34-27. A-Town with the lead. Kennedy Quinn back in. Gunther with it now. Skips it across. Haley Redding. 3 left corner. Off no good. Hines with the rebound. Hines did a good job that time of getting position for the rebound, knowing where the ball would likely go, getting there, getting set, and going up for the ball.
You know, I thought she did a good job last week against Morton rebounding. You know, she does a good job boxing out and getting there. Yeah, she does a really good job.
Robinson's pass knocked away. Jump ball.
A-Town.
A-Town jump ball.
Or they call it timeout. Macomb got a timeout.
Macomb got a timeout.
They got 2 left.
They have 2 timeouts remaining. That surprised me a little. 2 timeouts, 7:27 remaining in the basketball game. This game being brought to you by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. Since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. Don't forget the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament next, or 2 weekends. I guess 2 weeks from today is the championship day.
Uh-oh.
So it's about 12 days. Robinson backs in and puts a shot up off, no good. Gunther gets a rebound out to Kennedy Quinn. Outlet to Caden Quinn, and the layup is up and in.
Cousin to cousin.
That's the first basket, or second basket for Quinn.
Couple free throws, right?
She's got 4 free throws. 4 for 4 from the free throw line and 2 baskets now.
Yeah, I mean, you know, she doesn't score a lot, but she plays the point on defense. She's so long. Like, she does a lot of good stuff for us.
Under 7 minutes to go now. It's 36-27. I don't think that I'm just going to throw this out here as the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bombers. I'm just going to throw this out here, but I don't think your shootout today helped make the seedings decision any easier tomorrow.
I know it
for,
did.
for
I
the
know it
Macomb
did.
Western Holiday Tournament.
I know it didn't. The guy that was watching, he left and was like, thanks. Made this a lot harder.
Robinson for 3, off no good. Hines with a rebound, throws it up and in.
That's a good rebound. She plays hard.
Jordan Hines gets her second bucket. It's 36-29 now. Down low to Redding, blocked by Aaliyah Abernathy.
Oh, good hustle, Caden. Oh, our ball. Good hustle,
Caden
Caden.
Quinn's going to get the bucket. Kennedy Quinn goes to pick her up. For a split second, I'm not sure if Caden Quinn knew who was picking her up, whether it was her team or somebody else's, the way she initially reacted. Kennedy Quinn's going to inbound with 6:21 to go. Tomorrow's reveal show should be fun, though, because I don't think anybody has an I3 on the way. Banked it in on a Saturday night. Kennedy Quinn hits her second 3 of the second half.
I don't think anybody has any idea how the seeds are going to come out.
So it'll be fun. It'll be a surprise to everybody, right?
Yeah, you know, it's a cool thing they're doing this year. You know, it's something different instead of just throwing in a bracket out there on tomorrow at noon on Twitter. I think it's a cool thing. I think they'll have a lot of coaches watching.
There's going to be 7 or 8 coaches there, I'm told. Robinson! Are they going to count it or not? They never did really make a signal.
I would be shocked they didn't count that.
Foul on Haley Redding. It's her second. That went in, right?
Yes.
Robinson gets it. Old-fashioned three-point play attempt coming. And she misses the free throw. Hines with another rebound. Robinson puts it up and in. And it's down to a 6-point game, 39-33. Kennedy Quinn pushes it up the floor. That was a big collision.
Yeah, I don't know how that's not a foul.
On somebody. Probably should have been on McClure. And now Stortzum's going to pick up the foul. It'll be her third. Bombers first. Both teams have 1.
Yeah, you know, we were talking about this. You know, the fourth quarter now, to shoot free throws, you got to get the 5 fouls, so you might as well be super aggressive.
Well, we talked about. Maybe that's the reason why the games ended up the way they did today.
Well, and I think that's part of the reason why they're short. You know, teams are.
Gunther double teamed in the corner.
Timeout
by the Tornadoes. Say 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Both teams will have 2 timeouts remaining. But you have to get to the fouls. And I mean, it seems like on several occasions, even last weekend, but especially today, they get to where normally in the past you would have been fouling to get the ball back, and there are 2 fouls to give or 3 fouls to give yet because they start over at the start of the fourth quarter.
And I think that's kind of early in the season. I think coaches are trying to figure out, you know, how do I want to do this and everything. But I just think you got to be aggressive. I mean, if you're behind, you might as well be aggressive and try to get fouls. You know what? You got to get them anyway.
Yeah, especially if you're 6 or 4 or 6 behind, right?
Yeah, you might as well go for the ball. Like, you might as well be. If they call it, they call it.
Well, and that's one of the things I mentioned during the. You know, they have 2 fouls to give. You're 2 minutes away. You're down by 6. On an inbound play, you got to be uber aggressive.
I prefer if you foul before they threw the ball in, to be honest.
Try to get the steal at all costs, right? If you get a foul, you get a foul.
And then you get a foul.
But if you get a steal, it's even better. But
yeah, I mean, they're going to let you do it. Heck yeah.
There's Caden Quinn with it with 5:13 to go. There's a long ways to go yet in this one.
I was just thinking that.
Redding puts the shot up. It won't fall. Caden Quinn had the rebound. It's knocked away. Haley Emick back in the game with 4 fouls for the Bombers. She pulls up from about 15 feet, hard off the glass, no good. Madeline McClure with the rebound. All kinds of contact down there. Abernathy's jumper's good.
Oh, come on, Kennedy.
39-35. Apparently I put a basket on the wrong side, folks. I apologize. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with A-Town, though, with 4:43 to go. Forward with it. She goes into Redding again. Redding's going to go against McClure. Blocked. McClure has it. It's a 4-point game. The Bombers have the basketball, trailing by 4 with 4:30 to go. But both teams only have one foul apiece.
Yeah, like.
As physical as it's been, though. There's Robinson for three. It's off, no good.
Oh, this is going to be a break.
Kennedy Quinn's going to outrun Abernathy down the floor and get the layup.
She's fast with the ball. She can get in quickly.
That's a big thing, isn't it, to be almost as fast with the ball as without?
I bet she is.
Emmerich tries a three. It's short. That might have been partially blocked. I don't know. Goes off of A-Town out of bounds. Another big collision.
Yeah, I don't know how that's not a
Ford and Hines get together.
Loose ball foul or whatever.
They are letting them play. 4 minutes to go, halfway through quarter number 4. It's a 6-point game. And the Bombers, McClure.
Oh, she's gone.
Are they going to call it on number 1? No, they call it travel.
Good call. Great call down there.
Oh, the folks at Sports Corner are throwing eggs at you right now.
That's fine. I think I won the trivia for the Bomber Booster Club.
Did you?
I did, actually. I beat Mr. Horl in a one-on-one at the end to win it for my team. So
here's my question.
I was hoping there was a cash prize. I was going to walk out with it that night, but there's no cash prize.
Here's my question. You have a hard time cheering for A-Town when you're playing Macomb?
It's becoming easier to cheer for A-Town, but yeah, I still like when Macomb wasn't playing. Like today, I was cheering for Macomb. Yeah, it's hard. But you know what? I was telling somebody, I don't know a lot of the kids anymore. I know a lot of the parents.
And a foul called on Hines. It'll be Abington basketball. It's only the second foul on the Bombers.
Yeah, you know, I think Macomb hit a shot today, and I held my hands up and cheered. And somebody was like, "What are you doing?"
Kennedy Allensworth comes back in. She has 3 fouls. 3 Bombers have 3 fouls. 1 Bomber has 4 fouls. A couple have 2.
Well, we still only have 1 foul by us and 2 for them.
Yeah, so a lot of fouls early. Bombers, it's amazing with as many fouls as have been called. Bombers only shot 2 free throws today. Down to McClure.
Oh, that's a good play by Emma Gunther there.
It's knocked away as Mr. Kelso so eloquently pointed out. Redding wide open. Thinks better of the 3. Probably could have taken it. Now she's going to drive around McClure, leave the floater up a little short. It's going to go off of Caden Quinn out of bounds. Possession to the Bombers.
It's a good take, just a little short.
It's not like the Bombers haven't had opportunities in this one.
Yeah, absolutely.
And a change in the lineup. Drew Creasy back in. Madeline McClure, who give the Bombers some really good minutes there, checks out. 3:07 to go in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you know, they're not very deep. I think both of us are only playing 6, 7 girls. And then that's compared to Morton last week that was subbing 5 in and 5 out at one point.
Right.
And they were all like, what, 6'1", 6'2"?
Emmerich shot off no good. Hines
Yep.
is going to go over the back. That's her 4th, team's 3rd.
It's not a bad foul for Macomb, though. Like,
Well, it is considering it's her 4th.
It is, but you kind of got to get there. Like,
You'd like to have somebody like, I don't know, McClure or even
somebody that
Robinson.
Get a foul. Be aggressive.
Aaliyah Abernathy, not get your 4th, make it your 3rd.
Oh, my gosh.
There's a big collision. See, and not calling a big collision like that some sort of a foul. You're just asking for bigger collisions to come. 3 on the way by Quinn. It's good. Kennedy Quinn hits a triple. And it's 44-35 with 2:20 to go. Again, Bombers still have
play,
a foul.
Emma. Another 2 possessions in a row. Emma Gunther's made a really nice defense play.
Gunther with the steal. 2:10 remaining. Kennedy Quinn with it now as Now with a 9-point lead, Quinn goes right back to the basket, and she's suddenly feeling it.
Yeah, she can be a little more aggressive now. 2 minutes left and not have to worry about the fouls.
Timeout, charge to the Bombers. It's a full timeout. This game being brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car in Macomb on East Jackson Street. Stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsellscars.com to check out their inventory. And McDonough District Hospital Athletic Trainers and MDH Rehabilitation Center with locations in Bushnell and Macomb provide expert help to all area student athletes into prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care. A hospital caring. 2 minutes remain exactly. It's an 11-point game now, and it was 4, and the Bombers had 2 or 3 possessions with it a 4-point game, couldn't take advantage, and now it's ballooned right back up very quickly.
Yeah, they're going to do some shooting, probably some fouling here. Try to get back in this game. You know, somebody mentioned to me, Rock Ridge and them, they weren't rebounding on some of those free throws today. You notice that?
Yeah, actually, Coach Vass from IB came out. There's 3 teams today that didn't rebound on free throws. Stortzum for 3. A Sports Corner 3 for Kate Stortzum.
I'm not sure I get the logic behind that, but I'm sure there is.
Well, you don't get any dumb fouls. Robinson's going to pick up the foul to be her 3rd. That's the team 4th. So now
I got one more. Still be aggressive, girls.
I left that bonus on. I forgot it doesn't turn off. But now the Tornadoes will be in the bonus the rest of the way, leading by 8. Down in the corner. 3 on the way. Redding's off, no good.
I'm not sure that's the shot.
Allensworth had to rebound. It's saved in. Gunther's there, though.
Hold the ball.
Yeah, he didn't want that shot there with a minute 25 left.
I could see him yelling over there. Slow it down. You want them to foul you, is what you want.
Kennedy Quinn says, if you're not going to close the gap and make them count, I'll just dribble around all day here. I can dribble by myself.
Yeah, she's good at that.
110, and then she's going to be fouled. It might be Drew Creasy. We'll see. It is on Drew Creasy. It'll be her 1st. Team's 5th.
Yeah,
Kennedy Quinn at the free throw line to shoot 2. She's 0 for 2 on the day.
She does a good job of dribbling, keeping the ball away, and she does a really good job with that.
1:09, 69 seconds left here.
I think Macomb's beat us the last 2 years in this.
Courtney Oakman, I haven't seen you on here in forever, Courtney Oakman. The Oakmans are cheering on A-Town. Go Haley. That is Courtney's first cousin. Haley Redding is. Second free throw is good. She missed the first, made the second. So she's 1 for 4 on the day. 47-38.
Ball here. Just smart defense by us, what we need.
The other thing that I noticed today is the teams that were down 4, 6, or whatever, they just take like this. They're taking forever to get a shot.
Yeah, I noticed that a little bit too.
Robinson's going to be fouled. That's what you do not want if you're A-Town, and she'll go to the free throw line. Fouls on Gunther. She's been playing very well, but picks up the foul there. 2 free throws coming for Kylie Robinson. She's got 24 points.
Yeah, she's a really good little basketball player. Softball player. I'm sure she plays volleyball. She's probably good at that too.
First free throws in and out. She is a very good defensive specialist.
I was going to say, she's probably libero if I had to take a guess.
Second one coming if A-Town ever gets done moving around on where they want to be on the free throw line.
Coach down there coaching them up. He's trying to get them all set up.
51.5 seconds remaining. Robinson hits the second. She's got 25 points in the game. Well, they've got her for 22.
Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of other scoring from Macomb besides her. We're pretty kind of balanced here tonight a little bit.
Stortzum picks up her 4th foul. Quinn at the free throw line again with 43.4 seconds remaining. It's an 8-point game, 47-39. First one for Quinn is good. Trying to get to 50% here. Second one good as well.
Be smart.
3 for 6.
No fouls.
10-point game, 40 seconds left.
Yeah, we're about 25 minutes ahead of schedule here.
Shots off, no good. You need to say that. Caden Quinn's going to pick up the foul, I do believe. Caden Quinn picks up her second foul. Team foul number 4. Team third, excuse me. Robinson at the free throw line again, shooting 2.
Yeah, you know, tomorrow with the holiday tournament, I think you could ask about 15 people and you have about 14 different seeds, the order of the way it should go. So
yeah. Probably glad they don't have to seed 8 and only have to seed 4.
Well, yeah, I mean, 5 through 8 is going to be good seeds this year.
Yeah.
Talking to Coach Link, I was like, I don't know if it really matters this year. I think you're getting somebody good regardless. I'm not a guy to make bets, but I would bet our boys play Macomb.
Might happen. Timeout on the floor charged to A-Town. That's their 4th timeout. Both teams have 1 remaining. So I asked Coach Vass, since he stayed up here and talked to me for quite a while.
I saw that.
I said, take your team out of it. Who's your top 4? He had Camp Point Central as the top seed.
I don't think that would be a bad idea.
Rock Ridge was in there, and I can't remember the other 2.
Rock
Who would be your
Ridge.
top 4? Take A-Town out of it. Who's your top 4?
I think you're going to go Central, Southeastern, Rock Ridge, Pittsfield, and Alina Bluffs.
I think that's probably pretty good. Pittsfield was in that group, too.
Yep. They're 8-1. You know, Tom Heath does a good job down there coaching them. They always play tough. So, yeah, I think those would be good 4 seeds. But, you know, your 5, 6, 7, and 8 might be Macomb, West Hancock, Farmington, and Eureka. And Eureka's bringing back the 2-time MVP. And I'm sure I'm missing some. You know what I mean? I'm sure I'm missing some other schools. Like, I think Canton will do well there. You know, they get around some schools their own size. I think they could do well there.
I really think Southeastern could
squeak
out a win in the right format, because they played pretty well today too.
Yeah, you know, this area, you know, anybody can
Kesey
beat
picks up
anybody
the foul.
any night. You know, we lost by 3 or so to West Hancock. West Hancock beat Illini Bluffs.
Yep.
And then Illini Bluffs comes in today, and that's as good as they probably played all year, I would assume.
Yeah, they said they're averaging 56, and they scored 56.
Yeah, you know, the Alvey kid didn't score a lot today, but I thought he was really impactful just doing a lot of other stuff, just his passing and his defense.
You know, he's leading the team in rebounds. He's leading the team in assists. He's leading the team in blocks. He's leading the team in scoring.
And that's not a surprise. You know, he's getting double teamed. He found a couple cutters right under the hoop. Like, it's kind of like a receiver in football. You know what I mean? They draw attention.
Second free throw up, or second, that shot up off, no good. 12 seconds remaining. Jump ball, possession to Macomb. 12.1 seconds.
No, I'm going to go down and hand out the MVP plaque for the last time today.
Hey, why don't you go do that?
I am.
Who's going to get it? Haley Redding.
I don't know, man. I would probably give it to Katie Quinn, but that's just me. I thought she's played really well today.
Jump ball again, this time to Abington with 6.9 seconds left. Hey, thanks for letting us be here.
Thanks.
We appreciate it.
No problem. See you
We'll
again.
see you tomorrow. Are you coming up tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, I'll be there tomorrow.
Okay, we'll see you
I
tomorrow.
was like, Monday tomorrow's Sunday. But yeah, I'll be there.
Okay, see you tomorrow. Reed Kelso helping us out, and that's how the game's going to end. 50-41, the final. The Tornadoes down the Bombers here on the final game of the day for the Great Western Shootout. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with stats after this.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
And welcome back here for the final time. Congratulations, Haley Redding, on the final MVP of the day. She finished with 15 points, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Didn't score in the fourth quarter, but didn't need to. Kennedy Quinn actually scored 11 points in the fourth quarter to finish with 16. She was only 4 of 8 from the free throw line, though. The Tornadoes were 19 of 24 from the charity stripe. 8 points for Caden Quinn. She was 4 of 4 from the free throw line. 4 points for Emma Gunther, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And 4 points for Avery Stiegel, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. The Bombers were led by Kylie Robinson. She had 27 points, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, and 1 sports corner 3 per quarter to go along with it. Kate Stortsom finished with 5 points. She had a sports corner 3 as well. 4 points for Jordan Hines, 2 points for Drew Creasy, 2 points for Haley Emmerich, and 2 points for Maddie McClure, and that's the scoring for the Bombers. The Bombers were 5 of 7 from the charity stripe. So A-Town made 2.5 times more free throws than the Bombers shot in this one, and that's the final here this evening. And the final of the Great Western Shootout, 50-41. The Tornadoes get the win over the Bombers. Thanks for watching all of our games today. Courtney Oakman, thanks for watching. We will be back tomorrow night for the reveal show here on TSSR Game Time Live for the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. Justice Keene and myself and a whole bunch of other friends will join us. We hope that you have enjoyed our 8-game coverage of the Great Western Shootout. The Tornadoes are back in action with a doubleheader on Monday night. Varsity girls at 6, boys at 7:30 against Monmouth Roseville. We'll have that here as well. All kinds of basketball on Monday, including we have a Western broadcast on ESPN Plus. So hopefully you guys enjoy it all. We'll talk to you again very soon. See ya.